welcome. Buddha. Bim, 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 bim.
Hey, fan, wait a minute.
Nah, I took your job.
You go to Puda for the horns.
Yo.
Pop in on the studio, B.
You see this? What I'm rocking?
You was in the middle of hookah. You was in the middle.
You was smoking hookah, son.
All right, my bad.
I tried to give you, I didn't want you to be like, trying to, look out, be a good family member. Well, what's good, baby?
Shit, ain't shit. What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
We back, episode 5 in full effect.
Word.
As always, your man PH, fresh out.
Yo, PH.
Yo.
Tastes like Henny.
Yo, son. You know what? You fucked up, son. That should have been your video, son. Tastes like
Henny.
All right. Obviously, Chips had somebody come from an island somewhere.
Sir, I just got back from Aruba, sir. So I got me.
I was going to get to that.
You try to play me, say.
My bad. Rich talk. My bad. Listen. My bad, rich guy. My bad.
No, not at all.
My bad. You got it.
Hurt.
Poodle was good, baby.
What up, man? I'm out here, Yurt.
I see. My man got the draw on. Okay, and in the lines.
Coming for chips and pop title. You too, PH, coming for your title. You know what I'm saying? Boy. I'm about to get waves right here. About to put a do-rag or some shit right here. Some waves.
See? It's always them light-skinned motherfuckers that gotta take it a step too far.
Shut up. Why your goddamn do-rag sitting up so damn high anyway?
Don't worry about that.
Chips.
Hold on. Let me break some news to PH. Yo, PH, you know the Giants and the Patriots is playing right now. Tom Brady is on course to break the record, the all-time, I think, reception record. He need like 18 yards. He's going to be in second place. I just want to let you know.
Said break the record and he's going to be in second place. How does that work?
My bad. He's gonna surpass.
He also said reception, so I was
like he catches passes. Sit your ass down and shut up. Sit back.
Some record.
Sit back and shut
up.
up.
Second place. It's for passing yards or some shit like that.
That's all right.
All I know is I saw he about to break some shit.
Don't worry about that. Me and him just had a conversation before this podcast started. Just know I'm a buyer and I ain't sending you shit.
You're a liar.
All right. Watch. I'm going to send you half of them shits.
I don't believe you either, PH. You pussy. You going to send them. You pussy.
All right.
Don't let you 3 battery you, man. That's what he
I was agreeing with you. You just called him a liar.
Don't let me call him a liar.
I believe you. He be pussy. He ain't going to do it.
It was good, y'all. It was good. It feels good to be back. You know what I'm saying?
I bet Pooh get it, though. I bet he do. Watch he do.
I agree with you, Puda. It feels good to be back, man.
Yeah. Word. Motherfuckers want to be MIA and shit.
I ain't used to missing a show, but
How was being, on the beach somewhere, boy?
That shit was beautiful. It was beautiful, nice and relaxing. When they say Aruba is the relaxing island, definitely is. That's a fact. But you can't party though. We turned up one day.
I'm about to say no partying, just mad. We could just go chill on the beach, baby.
Yo, we did that a lot. Mad QT time.
Hey,
I don't know how much it helped, but
never good enough.
Never good enough. It don't matter. Don't worry, man. As soon as it look like you having too much fun with us, you don't never spend no time on me. We don't never go nowhere. We don't never do nothing.
Baby, that is not my thoughts and opinions. Those are the ones of Puda and Chris and theirs alone.
This is about to be your first weekend back. As soon as you touch the game too long, excuse me, we gonna spend some time together.
You gotta love them.
Fuck them.
And without them. But as always, welcome back, everybody. We are here, episode 5 in full effect. Got a full slate for you guys today here. Different topics, but we're gonna start off with the normal, like Puda said. Football going on in the background right now, but we ain't talking about that. We talking about last week. Week 5 NFL recap. San Francisco 49ers still undefeated, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Woo, baby! I wish we would do a power rankings today, because I'd be
Must be nice.
Dylan and Dylan, motherfucker.
Must be nice.
You're right, it is. But we back, man. With a lot of big shit happened this past weekend, man. Pat Mahomes looking pedestrian, looking like he actually is human, to fucking Saints still winning. Deshaun Watson put on a show. What y'all takeaways is from this past week, man? What you got, Chip?
I don't got much because I'm to be honest, I was away and I didn't get to see a lot of the games. So I really don't have much, but just to speak on things you brought up, Pat Mahomes, that was my big thing, and the Kansas City Chiefs. I got a question more than a comment. Do you think the Kansas City Chiefs, although they're dealing with, they got a couple of injuries or whatever, but everybody in the league damn near got injuries, some worse than others. But do y'all think the Kansas City Chief is a case of we know what you do now?
Nah. I ain't get that from this one game.
Yeah, I don't see that. People knew what they was doing last year. And, they didn't look.
But last year was new.
And, okay, it was just one game this year.
Nah, the year before that, it was the same kind of offense, even when Alex Smith was there.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know. That's what.
They was about quick scoring and playing no defense. It was the same shit. Son.
Alex Smith was throwing to Travis Kelce and the running backs.
But
he wasn't getting to Tariq Hill and Sammy Watkins.
Well, he can't reach that far. That's a fact, son.
Chill, son. That man's still at home trying to recruit from a broken leg. You don't talk about that man.
Damn, I just had my water, man.
Nah, I would say it is. I would say it is. It's not just this past week. Last 2
That's what I was getting ready to say. Even in the games they won, they ain't been looking like the same Chiefs, like they invincible.
Last 2 weeks, teams have been able to sort of contain Pat Mahomes a little bit. Like, he didn't have not one touchdown pass. I think the previous week, and then this week he only had one touchdown pass.
He got like 3 touchdowns in 4 weeks or some shit like that.
Nah, the last 2 weeks he's only had 1 touchdown.
No, I mean like combined. At this time like last year, he had like 10 touchdowns. He only got like 3 or 4 right now.
That I don't know. I had to look.
I'm telling you.
I would say they definitely have stepped up that pressure, and teams are like on to his shit now. Pause.
And it's crazy because their defense got a lot better.
I wouldn't say a lot better, but yeah,
I would say a lot better because damn it, last year it was 58 to 64. Damn it, every game they was playing, boy. It seemed like that, but I mean, other teams had to play offense like that to keep up with them.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes got 11 touchdowns, Puto 11, not no 3.
I thought he had 3.
Well, go ahead, Chips, keep going.
This year?
Yeah, he got 11 right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, last 2 games he got 1 though. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, that's my, the thing I was focused on this week, watching some highlights or whatever. And as far as New Orleans, the Saints, that's Sean Payton, man.
That's Bridgewater, B.
And having a decent backup, Jets. So
chill.
That's all I got to say. Continue.
Chill.
I must have missed that one.
That's great. That's great coaching. Sean Payton, and they got a lot of weapons over there. They run that 2 quarterback scheme. You got Kamara coming out the backfield. He's a 1 threat as well as a receiving threat. So defense have to plan around that. But yeah, they're gonna win. As great as Drew Brees is.
What is wrong with you today?
I don't know. It's the hen egg. Anyway, as great as Drew Brees is, they're gonna win. That's kind of like Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
Oh, I was just about to ask you that shit.
Yeah. So when you got those kind of coaching schemes, you don't expect a major fall off. You know what I mean? From being at least competitive, and fortunately for them, they're competitive enough to pull out some games while Drew Brees is injured. So, that's my takeaway from what you touched on in the opening statement.
What you got, Puda?
I'm with Chips with the Saints, man. Shouts to oh my God. Sorry, man. Fucking Giants is pissing. But yeah, man. I'm gonna give more props to the actual quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Those some big ass shoes to fill. You know what I mean? And he's balling. Like he ain't throwing like for 150 yards. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and the defense is picking up all the slack. Like, he's balling. Like, he's throwing the ball up and down the field. Granted, he has Kamara and Thomas. You know what I'm saying? But he's still doing what he's supposed to do. You look confused, Chips.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, my bad, homie. My bad.
I was actually thinking, I was going to say, but, you kind of expect that because Teddy Bridgewater is not your average backup quarterback. Some people might argue he should be a starting quarterback somewhere. He's just trying to get his footing.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
Decided to go to New Orleans where he's the heir apparent, apparently, to Drew Brees.
Right.
Go ahead.
What else was some takeaways, man? Let's see. I'm not even gonna get into the Giants. Look at Chris. I'm gonna say 49ers for you. The Texans, man. Deshaun Watson. Would y'all say he's MVP so far?
Let's go right back.
Literally right back too.
Right back.
Literally right back. There we go.
No. To answer your question, I'm the only one paying attention around this motherfucker.
My bad. Let me turn the TV.
TA's not even watching the game. He just fucking dumbface over here.
I'm still mad at his little Jets fucking garb that he had.
Who said that, Chips?
Yeah.
I missed that one. Yeah.
No, I would say no.
You gonna say no?
Yeah.
Who would you have over him? McCaffrey?
What was the question?
He's definitely above him.
Is Deshaun Watson MVP so far?
McCaffrey, son. That motherfucker. Right? That motherfucker
is wilding out.
Wilding.
Yeah. I don't know what he's on a whole nother level, man. Like I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't see a running back do this in a long time, son. A long time. What was that stat you put out, Chris? You said he was averaging how much for the whole game? I don't know if you remember, but you was talking about it. You say he averaged like 10 yards a carry or some shit.
Yeah, he at the time, I think at the time that I had put the post up, I think he had like 4 carries for it was like 10 carries for like 120 yards or something like that at that point. He was averaging like 12 yards a carry type shit. It was wrecking.
Yeah. But before I ride off into the sunset and pass the ball to PH, man, Baker motherfucking Mayfield, boy. God damn.
I love it.
That's your mother. You gotta shut up, fam. Just be quiet, man. That's all you gotta do. Just humble yourself. This is the perfect time.
I saw a crazy report today too.
He did win one battle, the battle of the lies.
Richard Sherman said he's gonna apologize for that. Bosa dropped like 40 on him, son, by himself, son. He bust his ass. I never seen one defensive player just take it to a quarterback like that for a whole game.
When he said
that was college shit, boy.
Nah, I know. But I didn't know that until they showed the whole shit, during one of the commercials. But I guess there was some bad blood there, you know what I mean? So Baker just got to come back, humble your limbs, man. Stop talking shit and just play ball. Like, a lot of these veterans, they're like, yo, listen, this dude is walking around like he won 10 rings. He didn't win anything. Mm-hmm. And he hasn't done nothing yet, son.
And you ain't even win. Not even rings. You ain't win yet, bro.
At all, son. You ain't win at all, son. Yeah, the team did play hard last year. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's fucked up that they fired the coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you want to say they didn't really give him a chance, but, after two seasons of going over, I guess they had to let him go. But you got on paper, you got some good ass players. These dudes should be like 4-1 right now. You know what I'm saying? What are they? 1-4 or
2-3?
2-3. And they just got popped in the mouth. So let's see what happens this week.
So before you pass the ball to PH, I just saw a crazy report that is rumored that they the Browns been taking calls for Odell.
Wow.
I don't know how.
No, the Jets. You mean the Jets?
No, the Browns been fielding trade calls.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you said they. I thought you were trying to say they was
What's
calling
going
for
on with
them.
y'all, son? Both of y'all.
No, I thought because he went to you, so I thought he was trying to. I thought he was trying to say the Jets.
No, he said before
My
me.
bad.
He said before me. See, listen, all right, listen. Boy, I tell you.
But I don't know how factual that is, but that would be fucking crazy. That would be crazy.
Bring him on to San Fran.
And in the report, San Francisco was definitely one of the teams interested. It was like San Francisco, Seattle, and a couple other teams. The Patriots being one that was interested in picking him up. But that'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy.
Go ahead and bring him on over, play so you can play with porn star Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you said. I feel like that.
I'm gonna stop calling him that shit, man.
I think
You're right. That was pause that because that felt gay when I said it.
But you say that about any receiver that come up in trade rumors. But go ahead, PH.
What? Who? Chris?
Yeah. Bring him on. No, he do the same shit.
Nah. Because I don't want AJ Green. I'm good, and that's the main rumor right now.
I mean, I take you. You probably take. You just don't want to give up a first round for him.
Nah, I don't want AJ Green. He always hurt. That motherfucker is always hurt.
I think he'd be playing hurt, man. He got fucking Andy Dalton to throw him the ball. He'd be all right.
Lying.
But anyway,
he be lying. That's all.
Word. Back to this Kansas City shit that y'all was talking about. Before this game, they was averaging 34, 35 points a game.
Get him, PH.
Ain't nobody slowing them down. It was one game, and that's it to me. I don't see them being figured out.
Who they play next?
What part of it was 2 games?
Oh, damn.
Pat Mahomes
What do you mean 2? No. Oh, I said I'm saying they scored. They scored 34. They had 28, 40. What do you want? But he has to throw 4 touchdowns a game.
That was in reference to Pat Mahomes, though.
Yeah, but Chip's question was in reference to Kansas City, though.
He said Kansas City if somebody figured them out. Obviously not if they was averaging 34 points a game before that. So he has to throw every down?
Not at all.
Ain't no baseball game.
Yeah. Astros in the Tampa Bay.
You pay attention, okay,
I am, man.
Podcast.
And on top of that, I heard a even wilder stat. What they said, the Dolphins' whole team has 900 total yards.
Listen, man.
Christian McCaffrey has 866 by himself.
Listen, we know what the Dolphins are doing, bro.
But how Christian McCaffrey only got 34 yards less than the entire team?
Cause he wildin'.
Wildin', son. Wildin'. He's definitely second on the MVP to me right now.
Second?
I don't know who first. He ain't first. That's somebody else first. I just can't give him first.
Then he first for
you. Being racist, sir. You're being racist.
How am I being racist?
You can't say you don't know who's first.
Nope.
How you gonna say he's second, but you don't know who first?
I don't know who first yet.
You're being racist because he's a white running back. You being racist, sir.
I'm with them, son.
You're not gonna deny it, though.
Yeah.
I said, how am I being racist? I'm not racist.
And then he answered you, and you ain't saying nothing.
You gotta pick a first.
You gotta know first if he's second.
No,
Word. How you gonna say he's second if you don't know who before
he's
him?
Second. He's second.
So why is he second?
Because
even if you don't know who's first, why is he second?
Because. Period. That's it.
See?
You ain't city girls, nigga.
See?
You about to make me say the N-word. You ain't city girl.
You was like halfway just now.
Yeah, he definitely was. Nah, I don't know. I still think it's too early to pick MVP, but he's definitely up there. I didn't think he was going to be this much of a show out. I mean, I thought he was going to play outstanding, but this, I didn't see him being this type of player. Lamar Jackson, after his first game in the season, killing and talking shit, back to reality, looking like Lamar Jackson that everybody thought he was going to be, you know?
So disappointed in that. So disappointed.
So am I, man. I mean, I thought maybe he was going to take a turn and everything was going to be all right, and he was going to look like a halfway decent quarterback, and
I mean, he don't look bad. Now you're gonna talk about one game. He had one bad game. He had one game where he threw picks, and it was just a bad game. So
that was a Kansas City game, right?
And say, oh, it's only one game for Pat Mahomes, but now saying, oh, he's a disappointment.
I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna definitely check this.
What was that? The game against Kansas City? He had the bad game.
Nah, the most recent one where he threw all the picks.
I ain't taking it that far, but I thought.
And he still led them down the field to win the game.
He don't look bad.
So he had a bad game, but still had a winning drive.
He don't look bad.
Nah, I don't see him looking. I don't see him looking that good. Well, not as good as.
Obviously, he ain't gonna look as good as week 1. But yeah, 6 touchdowns week 1.
5.
Wait. I think that's a reflection that you feel like I do, that the Ravens as a team should be playing better.
Nah, he misses a lot of passes. A lot of passes. It ain't like he complete 60, 65% of his passes. He about 50 most of the time. With the exception of maybe that first game, or maybe the second game. I don't know what. I got to check his completion percentage. But I'm rooting for him to be a better quarterback. Period.
I can agree with that. I would just say I'm happy that it's being attempted. You know what I mean? Like he's not shelling up and just reverting back to just running.
Oh, that's a fumble. Let's get it. Sorry.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
That's true, Chris. Like I want him to be the quarterback that he wants to be, and he's trying.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just not as successful as I thought he was going to be. And damn, I had one other shit I wanted to say. But
Russell Wilson?
Nah, not Russell.
Shout out to Seattle though. Yeah. Shout out to Seattle. Man, they balling.
Man, they always balling.
If you do say Christian McCaffrey second, it could be behind Russ. Russ has been balling.
Yeah, I guess.
Again, I said could be. I still think Christian McCaffrey is first, you racist.
Christian.
Russ like
Watson.
So what you got, Chris? Other than your 49ers. So start somewhere else.
You're right. I'm not going to start with the 49ers, but I'm going to start with San Francisco, baby. 4-0. We out here. Bust them Browns ass. Yo, we kick the Browns ass.
Y'all whooped their ass, son.
Live life, brother. I can't even hate on you. Live life.
Yo, we didn't even win. We kicked their ass.
It was bad.
Son, first play of the game, 85-yard touchdown. Soon as they get the ball, pick. Like, shit was crazy. I was hype as shit. Then our offense stalled out a little bit. We started playing like I was expecting, slowed the fuck down. But, yo, I'm so hyped because our run game is, like, completely dominant.
Yeah, Breida was wilding.
My only – not even Tevin Coleman, too. Like, they both was wilding. So, my only issue now is we got the Rams coming up. I think we're a better team than them.
Y'all at home?
Huh?
Y'all at home?
Nah, we in L.A. We're going to be in L.A. for that game. But
I'm that game. Come on.
I think we're a better team all around. My only issue is, like Chip started out with injuries. Injuries. We got like 2 wide receivers on the IR. We lost our right tackle, Mike McGlinchey, our rookie right tackle. So that's fucking killer.
Well, y'all receivers got to hold on to the ball, man, because I know Jimmy wanted to slap a few of them, boy.
Yo, Dante Pettis with that slant route, that would have been a touchdown.
Touchdown, son, in his hands.
And
I was like, oh,
he's the only one complaining about touches, too. Like, he literally complains about getting – matter of fact, I ain't even going to get into that.
Oh, y'all going to lose because the Rams ain't losing 2 games in a row.
This would be 3 in a row, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
And it would actually be – so here's my concern. I was pissed. I was hoping the Rams won last week because I don't see them losing 2 divisional games in a row.
Yeah, I forgot the Bucs smoked them.
So I was hoping they won last week, but fuck that, man. The major injuries is just my concern. The right tackle and then fucking Kyle Juszczyk, our fullback. Like, he literally – I was pissed when we signed him because he's literally the highest paid fullback ever in the history of football. But watching the way Kyle Shanahan uses him,
he gets busy, boy.
For everything.
Busy.
He plays tight end. He plays fullback. He catches passes out of the backfield.
He'll play on the offensive line sometimes, too.
You said what?
He play on the offensive line, too. He be getting the block.
Word. Like, and then I think it was Booger. Booger McFarland was like, if you want to know where the ball is going, look for Kyle Juszczyk. Wherever he's at on the line, that's the direction that the ball is going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my only concern. I feel like, though, I think with him being out, I feel like Kyle Shanahan is going to revert to his Falcons days and go back to more single back formations, and hopefully we can get the offense moving with the pass. Just got to be quick routes.
What happened with Kyle? Was he tore something?
For him, it was a sprained MCL.
Thank goodness.
So it's 4 to 6 weeks for him. Beglishki had to have surgery on his knee, so he's out 4 to 6 weeks. So we 4-0. We about to fuck around, turn back around, and be 4-4. Next thing I know, fuck.
No, y'all be all right. 4 weeks. When y'all bye week?
We already had that.
Damn.
Yeah,
bye week was week 4.
They gotta stop that, son. That, I mean, it kind of helped a few teams out, but a bye week 3 weeks in, that's kind of crazy, man.
We have bye week 4, so these motherfuckers is like they about to be dead ending this season. Tired.
That's crazy.
You know what's crazy? You went from bye week to Monday, so you playing the very last day of the week. Mad time off.
What you was about to say, Puda?
Nah, I was thinking about Kansas City again. I think wasn't they first 4 games on the road?
Yeah.
So they about to have like 8 out of 12 home games or some shit like that. So they might pick up the pace again, man. Yeah. But moving along, it was just
that'll be cool, man. And rest of the week was fine. You know, I was that Rams Seahawks game was a real good game. Like I said, I wish the Rams would have won. Just so they would, I feel like they're gonna come into this game with some real big momentum. And my only shock was the Raiders beating the Bears out in London. That shit was crazy to me.
The Bears was out partying. That's why they was out getting them. Let me stop.
Say what? They was out.
Don't. Go ahead. Keep going, Chris. PH is about to be PH, man.
PH the only one that can be PH right now. Shit.
Well, I was gonna go with that and something else.
You're right. Never mind. Mm-mm. But yeah, that was my only shocker, man. It was a close game, 24-21. But for the fucking Bears, like everybody has the Bears up there as playoff.
Oh my God, no!
Yo, it's about to be a rule. Y'all can't watch the Giants or the Knicks during the podcast. That's it.
Word, yo, we gonna have to.
You have to do that. That's it. No Giants.
That's
no
the flag, ref.
We're doing the podcast.
But yeah, speaking of the Knicks, let's just transition right into the NBA.
He hit his man in the back of the helmet, son. Nobody ain't even blocked the shit. Yo, you can't make this shit up, son.
Listen, I'm a Jets fan, fam. Yes, you can.
And Chase with the return, too.
Son, did you forget about Mark Sanchez and a butt fumble, son?
Oh, no. I don't think anybody forgot about that.
You talking about that?
It's probably the worst turnover ever in the history of football.
History.
But like I said, NBA preseason, we here. It has technically already started, minus these China games. I'm glad that they were able to get this game off this morning and actually play. Look, it was a pretty good game from what I was able to see. But NBA preseason is now upon us. We rocking and rolling. Teams is looking good. Zion looking like he can actually be more than just an athlete and a dunker. You know, he got some real good stats coming up these first couple of games. But what's your excitement levels? You know, everybody has the expectations of their own teams. Obviously, Chips has none. So
I was just about to say, hashtag no expectations, brother. Don't do that.
But what are your excitement levels, period, just for the NBA season, PH?
I'm about mid hype right now. Preseason don't really get me too hype. I'm ready for the season to get started. See some of these people get back to basics. I want to see LeBron, see if he's going 0 dark 30, whatever the he talk about. You know, I want to see how.
Ain't that for the playoffs? That's for the playoffs.
Man, listen. I think he's gonna try to do that for the whole season, just for the the shit talking that they did.
He got AD. He don't need to do that for this.
Word.
I want to see how Houston gonna be with Russ and Harden. I want to see how that works out.
Better
What?
I think it's gonna work out great, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I want to see that. Paul George is going to be out for a little while, so you're going to have to wait to see how their little duo works out. The Bucks, I want to see if they could repeat what they did last year. I'm gonna be a Hawks fan. I like that. I like the young squad coming up, man. I like Trae Young. I like Cam Reddish.
Let him go, Chips. Let him go.
You couldn't even say and wait through the smoke.
Yeah.
Go, son.
Wait, that's why I ain't talking.
Chips came out like this.
Man.
Like Randy Moss. Wait, fan, what?
I needed the smoke to clear. What you mean you're gonna be a Hawks fan? What's your team, bro?
I don't have a team. I don't got a team.
You see, right?
Wait,
what he just said, right?
Wait,
how many times have I argued with him and I was like, yo, you used to shit on Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. I was like, son, you hate the Knicks.
I never said I was a Knicks fan.
Oh my.
I told you you said I hated the Knicks. I told you I never hated the Knicks.
Because you said you are a Knicks fan.
No, I said I support the Knicks.
Oh my God, son.
No, I never said I was a Knicks fan.
All right.
So, all right. So you saying on this episode right here, on MizFitz Sports Radio, you are not a fan of any NBA team?
Nope.
All right. I listen.
Closest thing is gonna be the Hawks.
Don't be talking shit about nobody ever, because I'm gonna remember this.
What do you mean talk shit about who?
You can't talk shit about another team if you ain't got a team of your own.
Talk shit about whoever the fuck I want to talk shit about. How about that?
Nah,
Why
fuck
that? Why not? Why? Because then you can't have nothing to say back to my team. So I can't talk shit about your team.
You might be a Charlotte Hornets fan. I don't know.
I'm a Jets fan. I can't like the Jets and the Hornets. What kind of life am I gonna live? I might as well jump out the goddamn window.
He trying to make sure you stay suicidal all year round.
For real, son. This nigga want me to kill myself.
Yo, you said what?
Nothing. I said I stopped.
But okay, so you said you're rooting for the Hawks this year.
Yeah, word. So I like to
better root for Trae Young to cut that damn whatever that shit is on top of his head.
And Chips man Cam Reddish.
Okay.
I like. That was always my favorite player on Duke, even though he wet the bed all season. But I think I'm really looking forward to this season. What about you, Puda?
It's kind of high and low at the same time. High because I'm really, really, really excited to see how hard the Knicks are going to play and what Fizdale is going to do with this young talent he has. You know what I'm saying? Chris, I'm watching you, my man. You better relax your facial expressions. I want to see what RJ brings to the table. I still don't know what RJ means. I don't know what his real name is, but
Ronald Jones.
Huh?
Ronald Jones.
All right, I don't believe nothing. I'm gonna Google it myself. And on the flip side, and I got a reminder of it yesterday when I watched the Bulls versus the Pelicans preseason when the Pelicans was down 25 all game and they came back in the fourth quarter to win the game at the end.
Look at you through the expression there.
Nah, I'm not looking. Really? I'm not even looking at him. You know what I'm saying? I say that I brought that up to say, yo, the score was like 130 to like 132. I don't want to see those scores, man. I don't want to see those type of games, man. I want to see some
RJ said.
Just watch Knicks games then. You ain't gonna see those type of games. Fucker, you gonna bring that shit up. All right, Puda done. What's your thoughts?
No, I'm not done. I'm not done. Also, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see these new rosters, a bunch of dynamic duos throughout the league spread out pretty evenly. I want to see a bunch of these key matchups go head to head. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. What you got, Chris?
Just like to say fuck the Knicks and everybody that roots for them. Nah, I mean,
yo, hold on. Before you go, do you have no expectations for the ball? Or do you have some sort of expectations?
I said this shit yesterday when we was watching that game, son. You already know, and I've said this multiple times going back to last year. I hate the fucking coach.
Yeah.
I think the coach is trash.
You hated the last 3 coaches, though.
No, the last two. I like Thibodeau, but I felt like Thibodeau didn't know how to sub. He didn't know how to use his players. He ran dudes
He never subbed, son.
He ran dudes into the ground.
Thibodeau was coaching the soccer team pretty much.
But that's what Thibodeau does, though.
Yeah.
That ain't that new.
I've been saying that from jump, even back to the Luau Deng days when we had Deng and those injuries and shit. I didn't like fucking Hoiberg because I felt like he was more of a college coach. He wasn't ready for the NBA style.
What was he there, like 2 years?
I think we had him 3, actually. And then now this new, I don't even know the dude's name, man, but it's like he don't get the responses that he's looking for. I saw a lot of good flashes out of Kobe. Fucking Levine got to get it together. He started, like, from what I saw in that game, I felt like it was too much bright lights. Like he was trying to do it for the cameras too much instead of trying to actually win. But again, it's preseason, so it's like, how much are you really trying to win, or rather than get continuity and get a flow with the team? I feel like we can sneak into the playoffs, but for me, it's like, why? That would be my thing. Why? If there's no expectations or no chance of us actually winning, why do it? But fuck it. You know, just like y'all have always said, fuck that, losing on purpose shit. Don't want that mentality. I feel like we have a good young team, so if we do try and pull that tanking shit, it's going to fuck with them. So I don't want tanking for this team this time around. I'm not saying ever. Yeah.
Well, I mean, now you really can't tank because there's no guarantee you're gonna be, you know what I mean? You're gonna get
with the way they got it, yeah. But even still, even if it was a guarantee, I would say play it out, play your hardest, get something out of it, get the experience, because we got young talent. So it's not like, oh, we just trying to get younger now. We got young guys. As soon as we can get fucking Denzel Valentine off our fucking bench and get him to somewhere else, that will be perfect. We could clear up some space for his bum ass because he ain't been doing shit since he fucking came from Michigan State, bum ass. But
damn, that's how you feel?
Yo, he trash, son. He trash. I hate that motherfucker. But we could get fucking marketing going. We should be all right. We should be a pretty good team to compete in the East. But that's, I'm ready for the NBA season. Ready for a change of pace. A little bit more games now. Baseball starting to wind down. Football once a week. So, I need shit in between. What you got, Chips?
So I'm gonna start it off with my Knicks, and again, # no expectations. But I do think we're gonna shock a lot of people. I do think that we're going to play hard. I do think we're going to be competitive. I think I really like the direction, excuse me, that the team is going in. The attitude from players like Morris and Randall. RJ, from that first preseason game, showed me a lot of grit when Morris went out, and Morris was, he was our number 1 scoring option, which surprised the shit out of me. My son was showing some moves out there. But RJ, the way he stepped up, I think he scored like 14 points in like a 8-minute span in that third quarter or something like that. He really took over the game and showed why he could be a number 1 option. I think he needs to work on his jump shot to be more effective. But he's young. He's 19 years old. That'll come in time. Excuse me, goddamn.
You better do something about that.
Word, son. But
When he said he want to dunk on KP.
who RJ?
Yeah.
I was hyped. But that's the mentality that we want as New York fans. We want somebody like who disrespected New York and who disrespected the team. Go at them, yo. There's no friends in this game. You know what I'm saying? Only person I expect him not to talk shit to is his man Zion. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Zion, because a lot of people was acting like before he got drafted, he not going to be able to do this in the league. And I know it's preseason. I'm not getting excited. And I'm going to say that across the board. Please don't get excited, because I seen that Lakers tweet talking about it's just a warning to the league. Stop it, fam. Y'all might finish 5 in the West. All right? You might. But if not lower. And I said it last year, and I'm saying it this year again. I'm not that good. But shout out to Zion doing what he's doing in the preseason so far. I like the fact, and some people have been giving him shame for it, he's playing his game. He's not letting the fact that people say, he can't shoot or nothing. He's playing to his ability and what he knows he could do. I think the last game, all his points was in the paint. I think it was like, he was like, what was his? He was like 8 for something or something like that.
One of them shit, he was like 8 for 11, son, with like 17 points or 19 points, some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, but
against the Bulls, he was 13 for 15 or some shit like that.
I thought he was 12. I thought he was 12 for 13 last night.
All right, it's clear the MizFitz don't know the stats, but it's okay.
I mean, either way, he only missed 2 shots.
Yeah, hold on, keep going, Tips. I got you.
But they were all in the paint. He's playing to his ability, and until you stop him, or until it's wear and tear, Jason Williams, I believe it was Jason Williams, made a good point. He's definitely going to have to develop a mid-range game, because in those preseason games, they was giving him opportunities to pull up, and he didn't pull up. So if you do that, if you run at that motor where you pound in the paint constantly, like your body is going to wear down eventually. He's a freak of an athlete. His body pause is crazy. His physique. He's a monster. He's a young LeBron James, but you do have to grow your game to where you're not putting so much pressure and banging bodies in the paint like that. But on the other side, his court awareness is off the charts. Like, he just knows where to be to get the ball in spots where he could be dominant. That's what he showed in college. That's what he showed in high school. And so far, he's showing that in the preseason. Again, caution, it is preseason, but he's on the right track. The West, I'm most excited about the West. The West is going to be crazy, from LA to Houston to Portland.
Clippers.
Hassan Whiteside, great pickup for them. He's going to do a lot for that team.
Is Nurkic going to be back?
Huh?
Is Nurkic going to be back?
He might play this year. I don't know the timetable, so I'm not going to speculate. I will have to look into that. But Portland is going to be up there competing. Luka, man. Fuck KP, by the way. But Luka, this dude.
It's easy for him, son.
Yo, son, it's the game.
It don't make no sense.
He moves at like 40 miles per hour, bro. 40 miles per hour. That's how he moves. And it's so slow and it's so fucking easy. It was the dude threw the ball behind his back,
yeah, that was crazy.
And did a simple floater, but it looked so easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I really hope he don't stay on the Mavs. I want him to go. I would want him to be a Knick, but I'm just saying I want him to be in a bigger market.
What's wrong with the Mavs markets, huh?
I think he got more superstar potential than what he's receiving.
I mean, he just started though. He gonna get.
I know, there. But I don't know if it's gonna grow unless he definitely has the opportunity to be bigger than Dirk. But I don't know. I just feel like he needs to go somewhere else where you know the bigger spotlight is on him.
I mean, he got Cuban, son. You know, Cuban's gonna big you up, son.
Yeah, but it's the math still, man. It's the math. But I mean, Dirk did it, so I guess he can do it in Dallas. But yo, his game is crazy. But I'm excited. I'm more excited about the West, and I know I should be sick and tired of saying this, but the way that the West is divided now, and you know, you got play. You know, you got Westbrook and Harden. You got
PG and Kawhi.
You got LeBron and
AD.
Unibrow. You got Dame
and Dwight Howard.
No, fuck him. Anyway. But yeah, I'm more excited about the West, man. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the NBA season for the first time in a long time.
Why does it look so, and I'm going to ask a question because follow up on what Chip said. Why does it look so easy for Luka?
I don't know. I don't know.
Fundamentals, footwork.
He said it last year when he got in the league. He had played all of them games overseas against all of them other leagues, and then when he got here, the game was slow. He thought it was going to be a lot harder.
But okay, so if that's the case, Rubio did the exact same thing. Rubio was a pro from 15 and 14 too.
Yeah, but Rubio ain't that good, dog. You're not that good, dog. I told you he's nice.
Yeah, ain't nobody saying.
But the expectations for Rubio.
I see what Chris is saying.
He had expectations, but obviously when he got here, those expectations fizzled.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, what's the difference? It can't just be
talent, bro. It's talent.
It's talent. So he be taking some crazy.
I'm about to say Rubio was never a shooter. He could handle the ball and he could pass. That was it. This guy can do everything else.
Rubio was a facilitator.
Rubio was a facilitator.
So he was going to have the ball in his hands, but he wasn't going to be the one making plays. And Luka came into the fucking, God damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Luka came into the game and immediately showed that he could be the person to take over the game and be the lead man on the team.
Take your hood off.
Come on, man. Yo, for the viewers, we watching the Giants game, and you know, we about to get killed. It's all right. It's all right.
It's not even that we getting killed though, son. It's
not getting killed, but
it's just the stupid shit that's happening. Look at that pass.
No, he got hit. His arm got hit.
Got hit. But that does bring me into my next topic, Chips, and definitely, you know, I had the question just because Rubio had, you know, similar expectations coming into the league. But, you know, like I said, he was a facilitator more so than a scorer. So I guess you could say that's more of it. But with the NBA and their foreign relations, big news recently, obviously Daryl Morey and the owner of the Houston Rockets. Is he the owner or the general manager?
GM.
General manager of the Houston Rockets in the hot seat, basically. Had some comments in regards to political status in China, and they took that shit personal. Real personal. They was about to cancel the basketball games. Right now, the connection between China and NBA is in huge, huge question as far as the partnership. And he was just speaking his mind. He was saying how he felt. You know, he didn't, I guess you could say, put down one side or, you know, badmouth. He was just speaking his mind and speaking his opinion. So, you know, now the backlash is he should be fired. The NBA, you know, should rid him of his position, and he shouldn't have a job in the NBA. Adam Silver has since come out and made the statement and comment that this is a country and the NBA is a league that defends freedom of speech. As a human being, he has that right, and there should be no actions for him doing so. How do you guys feel? Do you guys feel that your job should be in jeopardy for speaking your mind? Now, obviously, I'll parlay it with a lot of viewers might say people that get caught calling black people the N-word on camera. And that backlash, and then they lose their job because they caught on camera doing that, So I'll preface it with that, but this is a little bit different. Obviously, there's no slander involved or anything like that. But what are your thoughts, PH?
I don't know. This is kind of tough. I guess it matters what type of job you have. Like, I want to say like government, political stuff like that, where you maybe own something, you have to watch what you say. But then you got some people in the high office, saying what they want to say, and they just let it fly without
don't say some people. You got Trump, the president. Say it.
Right, Trump.
Yeah.
No, but it's not just him though. It's a lot of other people, of that color, of that white hue, and they just let it fly off and nothing happens. But when us black men say something, it's definitely backlash. But I think personally, let it fly. Say what you want to say. I don't like holding anything back. I mean, we had a conversation the other day where I told you I got in trouble at work for letting shit fly because I just say what I want to say. And, boss come up to me like, hey, people here is not really liking the way you're talking to them. I'm like, in these exact words, the fuck are you talking about? Like, I've been talking this way since February. And now here go in September, people have a problem. It's crazy. People want to express themselves. They want to say what they want to say, even if it's non-combative. They just speaking on a subject just to get something off or just express their feelings. It's taken in a way that, oh, you're being this way or you're being that way or you're not being sensitive to other people's emotions or feelings. And it's not that way. You just talking how you feel. It's not personal, but everybody wanted to take it personal.
I don't know. I feel what you're saying, but to your point, like with your working situation, I feel like freedom of speech is cool, but it has to be some sort of restrictions to it. Like with your job, you can't just walk in there while and saying everything you want if you offending people. So I get, you've been talking like that since you first got there, but you got to think maybe they just been putting up with it because they like you.
No, son.
It's been festering. Son, you don't know how people feel, how they take things, son.
If we laughing and joking, and everything's cool, then all of a sudden, and it was just one person, and I have a feeling I know who that one person was, but it's just that one person, and I don't know. I guess
you just never know. With work, you got to be careful. I kind of understand there. With this situation, I felt like it was okay for him to say what he said, but at the same time, he got to be careful because that shit is real out there. You know what I'm saying? Over there, they do not play. Like, kids are dying and getting shot by the police. Like, this shit is real shit over there. So you got to,
like you explained in America, motherfucker.
Huh? No, but listen, he's not from there. He probably not even realizing that. He probably just it could be just him secretly supporting Trump because Trump has been throwing China under the bus since he got in there. So that could be his way of showing that type of love, you know what I'm saying, or that type of support. What he gotta remember is they don't play over there, and you got these NBA players over there. You kind of putting their safety at risk. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of pick and choose where when you want to use this platform to say these things. And I'm not mad at the NBA commission, you know what I'm saying that, listen, man, we're freedom of speech league. We back that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him for that, for backing up this GM. And I felt like if it was the player, he would have did the same thing. Did the same thing. So I didn't feel like, did they fire the dude?
No. He still has his job.
All right. I don't think he should be fired over it. I mean, you just never know because at the same time, he's fucking up billions of dollars. And, you know, these organizations don't play when it comes to money. And, I mean, listening to y'all, they were, canceling games and canceling fucking events and all type of shit.
So if this does go south, it has the potential of affecting the players' pockets as well.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Lose China as a partner.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said the expectation of the salary cap for next season, if they lose China's partnership, is $115 million.
Now, were they going to show different teams on TV or just the Rockets?
I think it's different teams.
It's different teams. The Rockets just have the bigger market because
of
remember,
Yao
they
Ming?
had Yao Ming.
Yeah.
And Yao Ming does a lot of stuff over there. And he has that connection. So
Yao Ming is basically the NBA's ambassador in China.
Yeah.
Same
And
way
he
I
a
think
bitch.
it was Mutombo for
He a
Africa or
bitch.
something like that.
What?
What you said, Chips?
He a bitch, Yao Ming.
Why he a bitch? What he
Yeah,
do?
what the fuck? That's what I'm about to say.
Go ahead, Chips. Speak your mind. It's on you now.
Cause he ain't saying nothing. Cause he ain't saying nothing. He not even trying to diffuse the situation. But that just go. Nah, let me talk. Hold on. Let's put my drink down. Fuck China. They communists, and that's why they acting like that.
The views
Yeah.
of Chips is that of Chips and Chips himself.
Listen, I don't care. I ain't got no ties to China. But anyway,
That hoodie you
You
got on probably was made in China.
In your house that say made in China, fam.
I'm listening.
Inside of those glasses.
I'm sure it's other places that I can find shit. But no, saying that is why China thinks they could do that because they have such a stronghold on this country with shit that they make and provide to this country. So that's why they feel they can do that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can have an opinion about something. And what Daryl Morey said, he didn't even say nothing outrageous.
Nah, he didn't.
He just sympathized with a certain group of people, right? Let's go, boy. Let's go get it. What? Why he stopped? Oh, he backed up. Okay, sorry. He just sympathized with a certain group of people. Now, he came out with the tweet after, or the statement after, saying that he didn't evaluate the whole scenario or whatever, but I think that was just backtracking or whatever. Listen, I'm with PH. I say what I feel, right? And if I say it and then I get backlash, I'm not going to backpedal. And y'all know me. I'm going to, what y'all say I am? What y'all say? Wrong is strong?
Yeah.
So whatever, if I'm right or if I'm wrong, what I say is what I feel, and I'm gonna try to debate and get you to understand why I feel how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're wrong is right. That's what you should have said.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not opposed to saying, damn, you know what? Maybe I should have thought about it this way or whatever. But the fact remains that something like what he said shouldn't be so harshly attacked by another country.
It's only because it's fucking up the money, son. That's all.
Do you know and I'm gonna get to that. But do you know China said that they basically said freedom of speech against the government is not allowed in China, bro.
No, it's not.
It's not allowed in China. So that's crazy. So if the NBA, but I know they're gonna lose a lot of money. But they make a lot of money. And trust me, the NBA needs China just as much as China needs the NBA. Because both sides are making millions of dollars, billions of dollars off of this partnership. So just think about players like Stephon Marbury going over there and regenerating his career or whatever. The partnership is great on both sides. And the publicity and the money flow benefits both sides. So the NBA, what they can't do, they cannot back down and say, what are they going to say? If LeBron or whoever else can say anything about Trump and take a stand up and stand with Kaepernick or do shit like that,
that's their own country though.
But I get it. But I'm saying, so if they can do that here, you're going to tell them in their own country, you're going to tell them that they can't speak on another country or another worldwide issue. You know what I'm saying?
Is anybody on this side? Is anybody on this side giving him heat though, or is it just China?
No, it's just China.
That's what I'm saying.
China.
So
the NBA. So I've been following the story closer. Closer.
the reason why they protesting is wild too. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't even know the backstory of it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know the backstory of it. So I can only speak on this situation. But the NBA right now, they kind of like, I heard a clip on the radio today where a reporter asked somebody.
It was Harden and Westbrook.
Yeah. So they asked him a question and then somebody intervened.
Yeah, the spokesperson.
He was a spokesperson for the Houston Rockets. Yeah.
Right. So the NBA is really trying to play in between. You know what I'm saying? And that's a thin line that they're trying to play, because you had Adam Silver come out and like you said, Ethan, I think it was Ethan, said that he supported him, like, you know, he has freedom of speech. We're not going to try to regulate somebody's freedom of speech. But then you got a spokesman of a team interrupting a reporter asking a legitimate question and telling them, oh, we're not going to speak on that right now. And the reporter basically said, no, this is a legitimate question. Like, y'all was supposed to play over there or whatever. I want to know what's the thoughts and feeling on this situation. It's a big topic. So the NBA is playing the middle at a thin line, and they really need to definitively, across the board, pick a side. And if they pick the other side, the money that they stand to lose, I get it, yo. It's a big deal. You don't want, you know, you got investors, you got owners, you got stockholders, you know, you got all that stuff you got to look at on the business side or whatever. But at what point does any morale value come into play and say, listen, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong? And if you're going to stop a man from giving a harmless opinion about a situation that the whole world is watching, you know what I'm saying?
It's not harmless to China, son.
No, it is harmless to China.
No, it's not, man. There's no freedom of speech over there, son. You understand?
No, listen. That he's not a Chinese citizen, and he didn't say anything degrading about the Chinese government. He supported, he basically spoke about support to a group that's fighting for whatever cause.
But you don't know what that cause is and what it's doing to affect China.
I'm not saying I do. What I'm saying, hold on. He didn't say anything. He didn't say the Chinese government is full of shit like I said. He didn't say nothing like that. He didn't call them communists or nothing. He just sympathized with a group. That's like somebody in America or in France or whatever saying, you know what? I really think the Black Lives Matter movement is a good thing and I support them or whatever. Should they get backlash for saying that?
Yeah, but I think what Peach is trying to say is, to your point of view, because you're saying it's harmless, you don't even know what they're protesting. Exactly. And that's not attacking your intelligence. What if they was protesting?
No, hold on.
Yo, we should be able to kill everybody. Would you?
No. See, I'm not speaking on whether it's right or wrong. As far as his point of view, I'm saying if he's just voicing support for any kind of movement, you can't, as a team, as a country or a nation or organization, fault that man or criticize that man for having an opinion. You know what I'm saying? You can disagree with him, but you can't close his mouth, basically. That's wrong. I don't care what side of the table you're on. It's wrong. That's not the morals that I stand by, and that's not the morals as a nation, USA, America, should stand by. We don't close nobody's mouth. If we upset with Trump, we tell people we upset. When all these other people was upset with Barack, they open their mouth. When America wants to go over into a country like Egypt and remove a dictator, nobody say shit about that.
Yes, they do.
They don't.
Do.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Son, yes,
to this level? To this level?
Baby. Yeah, son, it'd be serious. No, yes, they do.
America been doing this for years, bro.
Right. And then you gotta remember, you talking about government to government compared to
That's even worse. That's
NBA
even
organization,
worse.
son. What? So you can't compare it because the NBA. What you're saying is the NBA organization has no bearing in this. They should have no say so.
No, I'm not saying they should not have say so. I'm saying they should have the say. I'm saying they should have the say so to where they say this man gave an opinion on a issue that's going on.
China does not think that way. That's where you got to start with it.
So,
son.
but the NBA did that. They
Right.
backed him and said it was just his opinion. Now that doesn't mean that they're wrong for saying we're not going to continue to go down this path. Like, I don't fault the Rockets team for saying that's a question that we're not going to address. Teams do that all the time. Say that, oh, we're not answering that type of question or that question. We're going to talk about this or we're going to talk about that. Teams do that all the time.
No, I get it. I get it. I get that they do that all the time. But given the severity of this situation, it's like I said, it's playing a thin line. Because you had rumors of Morey losing his job.
It wasn't rumors. It was they were calling for it. I don't think there's ever been any rumor like that was something that was gonna happen.
No, the rumor was that they were having meetings of whether to pressure Houston to remove him from his position.
And that was China, though. That was China doing that.
No. The rumor that I heard was that the NBA and the NBA owners were having meetings and discussions on whether they should force Houston to remove Morey from his job.
But then, okay, so was that before or after Adam Silver came out and said that's not a thing? That
was, I want to say, in all honesty, that it was. It might have been before. And I think it was before that Adam Silver came out and gave the back. But that's what I'm saying. It's either like they going this way, and then they going this way, then they taking a step back this way or whatever. And I get it. Your organization, this is $1 billion deal, and you don't necessarily as a business want to just say fuck it and take your 1.3 billion or whatever the number is and shove it up your ass. I get that point. But I'm just saying, when it all boils down to it, we cannot lose sight of our morals and trying to mute somebody. We just fought for Kaepernick to be able to have the right to protest on the NFL field. So you cannot now go back and say, because this is fucking up NBA money, Daryl Morey or any other player should not be speaking on China. That's what I'm saying. It gotta be, we have our morals, we have our values, and that's what we stand by.
Which is fine, but it's not a problem to come out and say that, which Adam Silver did by backing Daryl Morey, but then turn around and say, but we're not going to continuously talk about this. Like, it's not silencing them, and it's not saying, oh, you can't speak your mind freely. It's this is a topic that has already been talked about.
So what?
As a company, we're moving on now.
So, I get that, but this is a fairly new topic, and in that situation, like going back to what PH was talking about his job, I'm the same way. I get talks from my manager all the time. Albert, chill out. It's a different situation. You're at work, you're not you're not speaking on something outside of you're not giving your opinion on something outside of work. Nobody can fault me for that.
Yeah.
But if I'm at work and I'm saying something inappropriate in the work environment to the work people and it's offending them because I'm in that work environment, then yes, I understand that. But to speak on something outside, right? What if James Harden wanted to answer that question? Why should the spokesman cut the reporter off and stop James Harden from speaking on the situation? Like what Steve Kerr said. Steve Kerr said, I don't know enough about the situation to give my opinion. That was fine. That was fine, right? So why can't James Harden answer a question? If James Harden don't want to speak on it, let James Harden say, you know what? I don't want to speak on that right now. Next question. They do that about other topics. You know what I'm saying? By the spokesman jumping in and cutting the question off, then that gives the impression that you are trying to silence anything to play the mediator. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. But
I understand why you look at it this way. Look at it that way. I feel like you're really selling short Adam Silver making his announcement. Like if he didn't.
No, I'm not selling it short. I said big up to. I didn't say it, but big up to.
I know you say that, but you're saying it's like they're trying to teeter the line. He came out and said, "We're not teetering the line. This is where we stand. Freedom of speech is."
Right. He said that. But then you got the organizations under him doing different. You know what I'm saying? So, and listen, I get it. But if I'm James Harden and I want to answer that question, or I don't want to answer that question, I want to have the right to answer the question. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And if a spokesman cut me off, I'll probably be like, hold on.
That might have been their game plan, though, from go, though.
Huh?
That might have been that organization's game plan, like from go. They might have.
And I get it. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. It probably was. They probably say, yo, any question like that, we shut it down. But me, like PH, if I feel away, I do it all the time. And shout out to my man Brian Verdiri. He's a supporter of the show. He'll tell you if somebody can say something at work, and if I have an opinion or I have a thought, I'm going to say my thought.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's not.
But that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can't mute me from expressing my thought or opinion. That's what I'm saying.
And
that's what I don't like,
sir.
And that was a perfect time. It was a conference or whatever. That's a perfect time. The reporter asked a question.
They felt like it wasn't. They like, yeah, shut that shit.
But go ahead. I don't want to drag on. Go ahead, Ethan. How you feel?
I just got one feeling about it, and I think it was it Puda that brung up Trump been at their neck for a while? Was it?
Yeah.
One of y'all brung it up. I feel like this shit was a conspiracy. Personally, I feel like it's a conspiracy. I feel like it's a setup. I feel like this is the same way Trump used the Kaepernick situation to dig his hands into the NFL and try and manipulate that sort of population. It's coincidental this shit is happening while a fucking second term run is being had. So this is going to be something that I feel like down the line we're going to hear him bring up. I feel like this is going to be something that gets used as a part of his campaign to say these organizations need to stand up more and, you know, not allow XYZ to control them because they're scared of losing money. I feel like this is a whole conspiracy. I feel like it's a complete setup and another way for him to jump in and say, it's about America and this is how I feel. I disagree with this whole shit.
But you don't think what would he say? You don't think that'll be contradiction? Like,
I feel like it's going to be the same way he went against the NFL about the Kaepernick shit, saying that the NFL was soft. All of those players that were kneeling should be fired. I feel like.
What about the NBA?
I feel like he's going to be like, I feel like it would be a situation of with Adam Silver coming out and standing his ground on that. Mm-hmm. It made it a little bit of a narrow window for him to jump in on. Like, he probably felt like with this situation, the NBA was going to back down and be like, hey, we apologize. You know, we don't want to fuck up our sponsorships and our partnerships. And he was ready to pounce on it and be like, man, fuck that. You know, the same way you and PH feel. Speak what you feel. Say what you got to say. Fuck that. Don't let them dictate what you know, our amendments. Because that's what I feel like it's going to be boiled down to, having the right and the freedom of speech. Being that the Houston Rockets organization silenced them, I feel like that's something that he's going to be able to turn. And I feel like this whole situation is going to be a ploy towards his second term. It's going to be something that he uses to try and bait in fans. And it's going to be something that he speaks on. I guarantee it. The next time he talks, that's going to be a part of it, man. I swear. And I'm going to be so pissed.
He definitely don't like China, so I could definitely see that happening.
Like the whole, as soon as this shit happened, I was like, this some Trump shit if I ain't never seen it in my life, man. But if it was Russia, he'd have been like, whoa, guys, let's take it easy.
Yep.
We don't want no smoke.
Yep.
But no, I definitely feel like I agree, man. Like I said in the intro, you speak in your mind. You shouldn't, be fearful or scared of losing your job for giving an opinion. That's like Chip said. Now, granted, I'm a definite big advocate of there's a time and a place for everything, and obviously every man or woman, an adult in this world, is responsible and should be able to be held accountable for the words that they say. I agree with that. But it also shouldn't be, you should be fearful of saying something in the light of either punishment or, financial loss. I feel like that's bullshit. But yeah, I definitely think this is some Trump shit. I'm waiting for the press conference when that shit comes out. I swear I'm waiting for that. And Puda, that was just 30 and 32. Those last two. I just want to throw that out. But that's, yeah.
What was 30 and 32?
Brushes. And 30 brushes in 32 minutes.
On to bigger and better news now. Outside of that, the basketball situation. Other important topics and other important news this past week. I think it's been about 2 weeks now, actually. But Fantasia has taken a lot of heat. Recently, she's been in the news for taking a different approach that most women would argue with. Most women would protest. I guess you could say goes against the Me Too movement, but I disagree. I don't think it goes against anything. But she was quoted as saying that she submits to her man. Now, in a full interview, she was interviewed with her husband, and he spoke on it, and he said he completely submits to God. And in their relationship, as he submits to his will to God, it's not a situation of she has to do everything that he says and yada, yada, yada. There's checks and balances in that relationship. And as him being the man, it's his job to lead that family down the right path, which is then led by his faith and his submission to his beliefs. I find no problem with that. I feel like that was a very good response to something like that, because something like this, you could definitely go left real fast and be in some hot fucking water. But it was brought up for the MizFitz to talk about, so we're going to talk about it. PH, what do you think?
Knew you was going to come to me, boy.
You know it!
Boy. New life, new stuff. All right, so look. I ain't gonna. Chill. I'm gonna be good. I think the word submit is taken the wrong way. Like, women think when you're supposed to submit to your man, it's like, oh, wait on him hand and foot, do everything he says, you have no say so, blah blah, whatever. And that's not how she was trying to explain it. It was more like you said, it's a spiritual thing. He's given himself to God. He's given himself to everything. She's given herself to him because of the spiritual thing. And she's just there to support. It's not like she's given everything to him or given herself to him to be on some, yes, master, whatever you like, like coming to America. I mean, it's not, exactly. It's not that type of submit. But when women hear that submit word, it's just like, oh, nah, fuck that. I'm not with it. Kiss my ass. I'm an independent woman. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And you have to take, just like I said when you're talking, you say what you want to say, you can't make it personal. you have to think outside of the box. You have to think about everything. Not just that one word and how you think that word, well, what you think that word means. When I first heard it, it was like, well, word, Fantasia? But then when she started speaking, it was just like, oh, word, you're trying to get real deep.
Because we need more of that. You know what I mean? We need more men to stand up and
Sorry. The hell? Sorry.
Appreciate it.
Should not even turn it off. God damn.
Bloopers.
Word,
real.
Bloopers. But anyway, yeah, like just hearing her speak and how the relationship with her and her husband is, even the fact that, you know, she got him and he's just like, he was just a regular dude. Didn't want none of her money, didn't want nothing from her. He just wanted her as the woman that she was. You know, he built her back up. She was down, she didn't have nothing, music wasn't doing too good, you know, and he
tongue
was
kissing Jamie Foxx on stage.
Yo, don't talk about Fantasia. That's my girl. Don't talk about her like that, B.
I don't know nothing about none of that, right? So, yeah, I just think the submit word is just taken the wrong way, and I like her definition and how she explained everything. What you think, Puda?
What video clip were you referring to? The one when she was on the radio, or the one was he there with her on the radio?
No, the radio interview I heard, she was by herself.
That's the only. Yeah, I didn't hear the one with her husband.
So it was a video interview with her and her husband. I think they were streaming in to an interviewer. So it was a video interview between her and her husband.
Because the one I saw was when she was on the radio, and she basically was saying, I don't know, from how I took it, man, there's a lot of women out there without a man because they're not submitting. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just the wrong message to be putting out there. If that's your thing, if you really think that and you're submitting to your man because of that, and that if that's your thing, fine. Don't be trying to put out there that everybody needs to submit in order to get one and keep one. Because when I heard
the
that,
views of Puda of his and his alone.
No, listen though. Listen. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
Submit.
Nah, there's nothing wrong with it if that's your thing. But to say just give up and submit to a man, just to keep a man, that shit is nonsense. I don't want it. You know what I mean? It just depends on your relationship and what y'all got working and going on. When I first heard her comment radio, I'm like, is she a dude disguised as a girl saying this shit so she can get, or he can get what he want? You know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of weird to hear. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it was weird to hear because of a woman saying it. That's why it was weird to hear.
That's exactly why it was weird to hear. But don't sit here and say this is the way you keep a man and get a man, because I just think that's nonsense. I just wasn't feeling the interview. I think it was nonsense to me. That's really all I got.
Chips?
I disagree. And here's why I disagree. And it goes to what PH said. It's the word submit. It's the way that you or whoever else is interpreting that word submit.
But I'm going by what other context she used with the interview though.
So, all right. So
she said in order for these women to get a man, you should submit. That's bullshit.
Okay.
But she also explained everything else after that.
But yeah, after it was clean.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm going by the one interview I saw. That's what I was asking you.
That's what I'm saying. What you heard was the beginning of the interview.
The other shit was the backpedal then. The other shit came after. That was the backpedal, my man. Let's keep it real. She caught that backlash. She got a foot.
No. It was all in the same interview. What I'm trying to say is she said that and she continued talking. I don't know if you heard the entire interview. That's what I'm saying.
No, one was on the radio, like in the radio studio.
She said that on the radio.
What you heard on the radio was just the beginning clip of it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you heard the entire interview.
I didn't hear all of that.
Oh, okay.
she did say that, but she also explained, because they were saying, why you saying that? And she was saying, let me finish. And she was saying the spiritual thing as well as what you saying.
I ain't rolling. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
But it all goes, and this is honestly my belief. And I think we spoke about this before. When you go towards how big the divorce numbers have gotten in the present times versus to back then, and all this independent woman and all that other stuff. There is a lot of single women out there, and it's women that you would look at and say like, "How you ain't got no man, fam?" Like, I don't understand it. And I definitely, huh?
No. I said because she can't cook.
Chris said because she can't cook and she a corpse in the bed.
Well, listen.
Damn,
a lot of dudes,
added all that extra.
there's a lot of dudes out here cooking that's supporting that. But you know, that's a different topic. But
you right, and you know what? That's going. Yo, that's word to me. That's.
That's a different topic.
Yep.
That's a different topic. But let's stick on the word. Let's stick on the word submit.
Go ahead.
When you submit, a man submits and a woman submits. All right. When you are in a relationship with another person, married, long-term relationship, solidified relationship, however you want to say it, committed relationship, you are submitting to each other.
You taking the easy way out, son.
No, hold on. I'm not. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Get the fuck out of here with that partner 50-50 shit, son.
So you don't think a relationship is 50?
Yes, but that's not what she was going, son. She was talking about you can't be the king in the house and then fall back and be the queen of the house.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
I get that, but she's talking about the submission part. You need to fully submit and let him be the king.
Yes.
Son, there's nothing with a woman taking a lead role, son. There's nothing wrong with it, son.
Listen, bro. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. But that's not.
Go ahead. Choose your words wisely, too.
I am going to try. I am going to choose my wisely.
You're going to try.
That's not natural, bro. That's not natural. Here's why I say that's not natural, bro. Because if you boil it down to DNA and just the animal side of human beings, the man always leads the pack, right? In most cases, you want to take it to hyenas, it's a woman or elephant, it's a matriarch or whatever. But the man is the power and the strength and the leader.
A lot of times the man just be the face of the shit and the women's doing all the work.
Okay, whatever. That's true. Any relation, it's a lot of variations of relationships out there. I'm just speaking on the word submit. You know what I'm saying? So if I've seen a lot of relationships to where the man felt inferior to the woman, and that brought a lot of trouble into the relationship because the woman was trying to be too strong. Right? So I have a lot of conversations with my wife about, you know, it's certain shit that I feel and the way I was brought up in my beliefs that she should do. And then I feel it's other things that I feel like I should do. You know what I'm saying? We on the fucking road and the tire get flat. I'm not sending my wife out there to change the tire. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that shit. I'm not sending my wife out there to mow the fucking lawn that I've been doing since my son left. My daughter.
I was about to say.
My daughter.
I was waiting for that.
Hold on. My daughter, even though she's my child, she's not going to be out there mowing the lawn. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things, like we all have our roles, and there's nothing wrong with having your roles defined in a relationship. So if Fantasia comes out and say, I'm going to submit as a woman to my man and let him be the king and lead this family, there's nothing wrong with saying that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just talking about that comment she made about when she said why women don't.
Right,
why
we already said that was backpedal, son. Just chill. Like you keep.
I'm not saying that. No.
I'm saying we clarified that she gave an explanation. Puda said it was a backpedal. Cool.
Right. Puda said that was a backpedal. I don't think that was a backpedal. I honestly think that that's what she's saying. She's not saying that if her man say, Fantasia, sit your ass down and sit in that damn corner and don't say shit, eat that damn pie, anime. Fantasia, if you know Fantasia and you seen her personality and her interaction, she not sitting in that corner eating that damn apple
I
pie.
was only referring to the message she was putting out there for other women. That's what I'm telling you, son.
I'm saying you and other people took that first comment and ran with it before you understood what she was saying.
Backpedal, my man.
It's not backpedal, bro. It's not backpedal. It's explaining what she was saying.
It was a backpedal.
Nah, it wasn't a backpedal, bro. It wasn't a backpedal. But anyway, let me finish giving my opinion. I think that word, like PA said, it's a trigger word. It's a trigger word. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those words that when you say it, you're not even going to have a second to get past saying it before people are jumping down your throat and saying, "Oh, what the fuck you talking about? Oh, you know, feminism or whatever, or racism or whatever the case may be." It's one of those words that you cannot use without triggering somebody's reaction that goes against what you're saying. So I think that before you judge and you want to give backlash, understand where she's coming from, what Puda is not trying to do right now. You got to understand what she's saying. She's not saying, I'm not going to get on my hands and knees and crawl if he tells me to crawl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, she's not saying that. She's not saying that. But on top of that, motherfuckers is so hypocritical in this fucking world. It's crazy because you can see a video on fucking line where a dude comes out with with two girls on leashes and that should have a fucking million likes.
If that's their thing, that's their thing. That's between them.
And comments calling the dude a pimp. You know what I'm saying? But because she said the word submit is, oh, you acting like women's supposed to do this. No, she's not acting like that. She's acting like she knows her role in her relationship.
Which is perfectly fine. That's fine.
And that's fine. Right? And then if you want to talk about her saying, this is why, you know, a lot of women don't have a relationship that lasts a time or whatever, or extended relationships, I can't disagree, bro, because as a male and as a lot of male figures that I know, or just knowing the male, you know, makeup, we don't want to feel inferior in our relationship. That is a problem. Sound
like insecurity issues, man.
That can cause a lot of headaches. And you're right, it might be insecurity issue depending on the situation. But every situation ain't the same. Like I said, I've known a few relationships where that was a problem. And some of them, I had to tell my man, like, yo, bro, you bugging. You know what I'm saying? Like this don't mean that she trying to control you or whatever the case may be. And other situation, I was like, yo, bro, she be chumping you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to pull your drawers up. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be no chump.
You know what I'm saying? So
can't be no chump.
It can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the bottom line is the word submit should not be such a trigger word. Like, you got to understand where she's coming from. And she explained it. And I feel like she wasn't wrong in saying what she said.
So I actually agree with both sides. I agree. Hold on, brother. Let me tell you which side. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yo, wait. I ain't never seen Puda so invested.
Yo,
now all this hedging, all this fence hedging going on.
Can I explain? It's like,
yeah, man.
Nah, you can't explain.
Now, what's going on with the Giants game? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's at halftime.
But it's just a black screen. It's not supposed to be there.
So
yeah,
I agree that word submit is definitely a trigger. Another word that be a trigger, and I've actually seen reactions at weddings. Obey. And it's like people be like, oh, like, damn, what the fuck? It's a part of a vow. Like, shit, if this word is acceptable enough to be held in the Lord's presence, what's wrong with you? Like, what the hell? It's just a word. Now, I agree with Puda, wherein as what you do behind your closed doors with your relationship is for you. That's just like people's religion, people's beliefs. Don't put that shit on nobody else or tell people this is the best way for you to get this way or get ahead. I agree with that. Is that cool with you, Buddha?
Keep talking, man.
Yeah.
He waiting for you to finish.
Word.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the back pedal. I'm waiting for the back pedal.
You're on the right track, but don't fuck up.
I'm waiting for the back pedal.
Nah, no back pedal. I definitely agree with the trigger word wholeheartedly, because before any explanation can be had, any explanation can be given, or any details can be given, not even explanation, because it's almost like, oh, well, let me explain myself, but let me finish my sentence. As soon as you hear those trigger words, it's like, oh, no, you tripping, you bugging, you wrong. No, I feel like submit should be, and like I said in the beginning, his explanation with her husband and his explanation was a perfect explanation to me. I feel like as being the man of the household, you want that. You want that belief that I'm going to take us in the right direction. You should be able to believe in me and rely on me as me being your protector and me being your provider. That's what women want, or that's what the expectation is bestowed upon a man. Now, this day and age, in this year and age, these years, I would say, in age, it's more of we doing this together. Where, you know what I mean? Women have more power, more empowerment to themselves. And I feel like that's where those trigger words, backlash, and that's where that comes from. I will say, I feel like, remember back in the day when we used to always say, and I want to say back in the day, even to this day, that pride hurt for dudes. Like, when you touch that pride be real. When you be like, nah, like it's about to be, like, chips be wrong and strong for that pride a lot of times.
You fucking right.
That pride. And I feel like nowadays, women have elevated that pride level, whereas it would just be more of that man's pride, like, nah, I'm the man. Let me be the man. Now it's more so of, okay, yeah, you the man, but you're not going to tell me what to do. Or I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not submitting, because it's being looked at in that light of disrespect, or it's being taken in those regards of, I'm trying to play you. Like, no, everything doesn't have to be taken that way. You can still be an empowered woman, but submit or follow, or allow your man to be the king of the household. I feel like those things are mistaken for other feelings or other things because of that pride factor. And I feel like that's on both sides. I do agree with Puda where some of that shit is insecurities. Men's insecurities with that pride and that I need to be allowed to be the man. Women's insecurities of, you're not going to treat me like I'm some side bitch out here, or I'm not holding my own, or that I need you. Because that's the fear now of women don't want to be told that they need somebody, or feel like, oh, you think I need you? I don't need you. Like, it's that pride and it's that insecurity. So I feel like it's on both sides, the insecurity part of it. But nah, man, I feel like the word is a word. How you use it in your household and how you use it in your vernacular is completely different to how somebody else should use it.
With the big word. Say that
Ooh, boy, Stephen A. out here, you know. I looked that one up yesterday. Chill. But but it shouldn't be like Puda said, this is gonna be what's best for your relationship, and this is how you gonna keep it, man. Hell no. How do I even know that man is worth me submitting to or following? What has he done to even prove that he's worth that value or worth being held in that light? You know what I mean? Or vice versa. How do I know that this woman is worth me leading or me taking down this road? So it's a give or take, and everybody's situation is different. So that's why I say I agree with both, sir. Was that answer to your liking?
Yeah, and I got the Giants game on Fox 5. NFL Network was bugging. So, yeah, answer's fine.
But let us know your comments, man. Obviously, this is a touchy situation, a touchy conversation, and it was a lot of heat from this. Women, we want to hear you. We want to know what your thoughts are. Even fellas, what do you think about this topic? Obviously, like we said, it could be some insecurities. It could be a lot of different things. If you disagree with what our views are, let us know what yours are right here in the comments. Like, subscribe, leave
subscribe. Yo, Puda, we closing out, man. I know. We closing out. We about to go watch the game.
Yo, and hold on. Like my man Pop said, you know what I'm saying? We got 100 people subscribe. We should have 100 likes, man. That's all I got to say.
Like it twice. 200 likes.
2. Yo, it's like we ain't never gonna be able to do the podcast while the Giants on again. It's like we bad luck. Yo.
Giants are next. That's it.
Yo,
they schedule. We ain't doing it.
Shut your $5 ass up before I make change, bitch.
That's why you're gonna wake up in the morning and be upset.
Yeah, you right.
Upset.
But yo, man, we appreciate you.
Wouldn't be upset if it was #no expectation. I'm telling you, be cool.
He gonna get to work.
That really ain't got nothing to do with that.
They got nothing to do with that.
Oh, there you go.
415.
Again, man, we here. Next week we got more topics. Chip's already touched on it because I'm definitely making that a topic next week. Tips. He know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I can't wait for that one.
Yep. Y'all, PH gonna know you gonna be there too, PH. We gonna make sure you present for this episode. But we here, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Obviously, we do this for y'all. Let us know what you think. Share.
We do this for us. Y'all just here to enjoy it. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Nah, I don't like that. I ain't rolling. In the words of my man. I do this for the people, brother.
Man, listen, if you're doing it for them, that means you don't really like what you're doing, fam.
I love what I'm doing, bro. I like to entertain, man.
Another episode in the book.
Why you drinking out of a big douche bottle?
Yo, I swear, I hope you oversleep. I really hope you oversleep. I hope you wake up and it's 6 o'clock. Bitch.
Yeah. Or douche. How you pronounce it? Douche? Whatever.
Douche.
Yeah.
It's pronounced shut the fuck up. That's how it's pronounced.
All right, my bad. All right.
On that note, we out, yo.
Salute.
You said commercial.